Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's talk about one of the most intriguing rumors circulating around the league right now, a potential game changer for the Ravens' defensive line and their ambitions this season. Rumors are swirling that Chris Jones, the dominant defensive tackle from the Kansas City Chiefs, could be on his way to Baltimore. That's right, folks. A blockbuster deal is rumored to be in the works, with the Chiefs reportedly willing to send Jones to Baltimore in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. This isn't just some offhand speculation. It's a scenario that could reshape the AFC North and give the Ravens a serious boost on defense that they desperately need. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Can the Ravens really pull this off? Well, let's dig into the details and see what makes this rumor so compelling. First, the Chiefs, sitting at a 5-5 record and facing some cap constraints, just $2.9 million left, are looking to manage their roster and cap space effectively. They're also rebuilding their secondary after a strong start, but their offense remains potent, averaging about 4 points per game. Kansas City is a team that's still in the thick of their championship window, but they're also making strategic moves to stay flexible for the future. Moving Chris Jones, who's been a disruptive force on their defensive line, makes sense from a cap management perspective, especially if they can get a valuable pick back in return. For the Ravens, this isn't just about adding another player. This is about transforming their entire interior defensive line. Chris Jones in 2025 has been a force to be reckoned with. Last season, he logged 7 solo tackles, 8 assists, 15 combined stops, and 3 sacks in just 10 games before suffering an injury in Week 4 that sidelined him temporarily. But after returning in Week 7, he immediately made his presence felt again, registering 3 sacks and forcing 8 big stops. His ability to disrupt the run game and pressure quarterbacks is elite. His run defense grade from PFF sits at an impressive 89. 5 with a 25% win rate against the rush, and his EPA per snap at -0. 12 shows his efficiency in creating havoc. When he's on the field, the Ravens' defense could see a massive boost, especially in their interior pressure and run-stopping ability. The numbers tell a story of a player who's not just a stat sheet filler but a true game-changer. With a career tally of 80 sacks and over 300 tackles, Jones's presence inside commands double teams and opens up opportunities for other pass rushers like Justin Madubuike. Speaking of Madubuike, the duo could form one of the league's most disruptive interior lines, boosting the Ravens' overall defensive efficiency by a significant margin. The potential addition of Jones could give Baltimore a fresh edge, especially in high-stakes games like those against AFC rivals. But it's not just about raw talent. The Ravens have been dealing with some challenges on the defensive front. Early in the season, Nnamdi Madubuike was holding out, which affected their interior pressure, and the defense has been allowing an average of 1 points per game, a number they're eager to improve. Bringing in a player like Jones could elevate the entire unit, especially in the trenches, where Baltimore needs to be more dominant if they want to contend deep into the playoffs. The Ravens have historically built their identity on tough physical defense, and adding Jones fits perfectly into that scheme. From the Chiefs' perspective, parting ways with Jones might seem like a gamble, but it's a strategic move. Kansas City's rebuild of their secondary after a 5-5 start indicates they're prioritizing cap space and future flexibility. They've also been managing their roster to keep their core intact, especially with superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes locked in for the long haul. The reported $22 million freed up for Mahomes' extensions shows the Chiefs are planning for the future rather than hanging on to aging stars or players on the decline. Moving Jones is a way to shed some cap, rebuild the secondary, and still keep their offense firing on all cylinders. Now, what does this mean for the Ravens? Well, if the deal goes through, it could significantly tilt the balance of power in the AFC North. Baltimore's defense is already competitive, but adding a disruptive force like Jones could push them into a new stratosphere. The Ravens have been a solid team this season, sitting at 5-5, fighting through adversity, including early season holdouts and some struggles on defense. But with the addition of Jones, they could become a true nightmare for opposing quarterbacks and running backs alike. The Ravens' front has been good, but it's lacked that extra edge, that game-changing talent who can completely alter the flow of a game. Imagine the possibilities. With Jones in the middle, Baltimore's rush defense would get a major upgrade, reducing the yards per carry allowed, making life easier for their linebackers and secondary. The pressure he can generate on third down, especially in big moments, would be a game-changer. This would also open up more opportunities for blitzes and stunts, forcing quarterbacks like Joe Burrow to throw under pressure more often, increasing their chances of turnovers and incomplete passes. The betting odds are also reflecting this potential shift. Right now, the Ravens' chances of winning the AFC North and making a deep playoff run are already promising, but adding a player of Jones's caliber could bump their Super Bowl odds significantly. Analysts are now seeing Baltimore as a plus 1,200 underdog, but if this deal materializes, those odds could drop to around plus 500, making them one of the most feared teams in the league. The playoff picture would look even more daunting for opponents, especially if Jones continues his postseason form, which has historically been impressive. His ability to elevate his game in the playoffs, like his dominant performances against teams like the Bengals, could be exactly what Baltimore needs to finally break through. Looking at the bigger picture, this move aligns with the Ravens' overall vision of building a versatile, aggressive, and relentless defense. With players like Majibuik already anchoring the interior, Jones would be the cherry on top, a true defensive titan who commands double teams and creates chaos in the backfield. The Ravens' coaching staff has always emphasized pressure and scheme versatility, and adding Jones would allow them to switch up their game plans and keep offenses guessing. It's a move that could redefine their identity on defense and give them that extra push needed to compete and win at the highest level. Of course, there are skeptics. Some wonder if the Ravens can afford the cap hit or if Jones's injury history might become a concern. But given how the Ravens have managed their cap in recent years and their history of rehabilitating players and maximizing their talents, it's a risk worth taking. The potential reward, a dominant interior pass rusher who can also stuff the run, could be exactly what pushes Baltimore over the edge into Super Bowl contention. Now, I want to draw your attention back to the big picture. If this trade happens, it would be a bold statement by the Ravens' front office. It signals that they're all in this season, willing to make bold moves to contend for another ring. The AFC is stacked, no doubt, with teams like the Chiefs, Bengals, and Dolphins all vying for the top spot, but Baltimore's defense could become the ultimate equalizer if they land Jones. It's a move that could shake up the league and send shockwaves through the division. And let's not forget about the fans. Ravens fans are some of the most passionate in the league, and this kind of move would energize the entire fan base. Imagine the roar at M&T Bank Stadium when Jones takes the field in purple and black, ready to wreak havoc. This isn't just about adding a player. It's about sending a message. Baltimore is here to compete, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to bring home another Super Bowl. In conclusion, this rumored trade, if it becomes reality, could be one of the most impactful moves of this NFL season. The combination of Jones's talent, the strategic fit with the Ravens' defense, and the potential to shift the power dynamics in the AFC makes this a story worth watching closely. The Ravens have always been about grit, resilience, and making bold moves, and adding Chris Jones would embody that spirit perfectly. So Ravens Nation, keep your eyes peeled because this could be the move that sets the stage for a deep playoff run and another shot at glory. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. Do you believe this move is the right one? Are you excited about the potential impact Jones could have? Or do you think it's too risky? Whatever your thoughts are, share them. Let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this potentially happening, it's only going to get more intense. So buckle up, Ravens fans. The ride is just getting started.